Does your aim sometimes look like this? Keep watching if you're looking to rank up or whether you're wanting to improve your KD. Not only will it improve your aim in this COD, but also in the next one. This section is the foundation to your aim and arguably the biggest reason why people struggle. Make time to find the right settings and you'll notice the difference. Start by going to your controller settings and then moving across to the advanced tab. No brainer here, target aim assist on. Next up we've got aim assist type, and I would stick to default, but I know a lot of people prefer Black Ops. Originally Black Ops was completely broken at the start of the game but has since been nerfed, so I'd highly recommend giving both a try and see which one you prefer. Next up we've got aim response curve type, and I'm going to recommend dynamic, and I wouldn't change it for anything else. Just stick with dynamic. There's a reason why all the pros find it easier, and generally most top players are using dynamic. Input Deadzone's next, and what we want to do is test our controller stick drift. We want no movement on its own, so set these both to 0. Look at the floor, give your left stick a little wiggle first, and if your character's not moving, then you don't need to change anything. As you can see, mine's currently moving, so we need to put it up to 0.01. And as you can see, there's no more stick drift, there's no more moving. Now we've got to do this again. Look up, give the right stick a little wiggle this time, let go, and as you can see, it's moving, it's on its own. So let's change this to 0.1. That's 0.1, still moving, so let's change it to 0.2. And there we go, we've got no movement at all there. So that's the input dead zones. For maximums, you want it 99. You don't want to restrict yourself to any movement. And lastly, the trigger settings, set these to 0 because you want to fire straight away. Now we need to find out your sensitivity. And the best way to do this is to jump into a private game like this without bots. And you want to start off, say a 6.6 like I have. Most people are between a 4 and an 8, with a lot of the pros actually being a 5 or a 6. So it does show that speed isn't everything. It's all about having control. And you're going to want to run around and just get a feel with using your center dot, how good you are at aiming at the stuff you want. You can try and jump and aim at certain things where people will be, and that will give you a good feel roughly if you're in the right spot or if it's too quick. Now we've turned up to 10-10. If we do the same, you can see that my movement's a bit more erratic. If I try and jump at certain things like top bedroom, I've well overshot it. Bottom bedroom, again, nowhere near. So this is way too fast. 3-3 now, and I can already tell this is really heavy. This is hard. Jump and turn the door. I just can't do it. It's so heavy. So what you have to do is just up by 1 or down by 1 in increments, and just find the sensitivity that you are fully in control of. We now need to find out your ADS sensitivity, and what I'd do is I'd completely avoid this setting here. Instead, go across to your advanced tab and scroll down until you see custom sensitivity per zoom. Once you're here, you want to flick this to on, and it will give you a lot more freedom to control your sensitivity. So for instance, for iron sights, I have mine at 0.75, but then if I want to use a sniper, then my sensitivity stays the same. The best way to test this is to go into a bot match, run around, try and aim at some bots, shoot them, see how you feel on a 1. If you're not comfortable, move it to a 0.9, have a feel, go down to a 0.7. Just try loads of different options until you find the one that you feel comfortable shooting bots with. Rotational aim assist is an easy trick that a lot of you might not have heard of. So the easiest way to explain it is just to simply show you. So as you can see, we currently have whip running across without our aim doing anything. Now if we start to slightly move side to side, you'll notice how much our aim assist starts to kick in, and my aim actually begins to start following her. Aim assist is doing a lot of the work even before we start to touch our right stick. Here you can see how effective it is up close, and even at them longer ranges it's still so effective. So make sure you never sit completely still in any gunfight if you want that added advantage over your opponent. Knowing and understanding your gun's recoil pattern is a simple but effective way of improving your aim. Create the class you want to use, load into shoot house and use this target board to test your recoil. As you can see, my ranked TAC class has some vertical recoil but not too much horizontal. This allows me to understand how to conquer the recoil, and in this case I need to hold down a little while firing. Now at different ranges, shoot the board trying to keep the bullet spread as close as possible. You can even make this harder by moving side to side, which would go hand in hand with a rotational aim assist. Repeat this as often as you need and change any attachments that might further assist you. This is the section that no one wants to hear about. No one likes to put the time in, no one wants to practice, everyone just wants a shortcut. Unfortunately, unless you practice, you're not going to get the rewards you want. Now, there's two types of practice. There's private lobbies and public lobbies. Starting with private, we're going to work on our centering. So your center dot in the middle of your screen that you guys can see. You're going to want to try and move around the map and predict where people are going to be. Now, if you record yourself and watch yourself back, you'll realize actually you do run a lot like this or like this. So any gunfight, you're just going to lose. For instance, if I'm running up these steps, I've lost this gunfight because I'm going to have to go from here all the way up. You're going to get shot. You got to practice already being ready for the gunfight. As we run around here, I'm all ready for in line for anything around here. Whereas if I run around and I'm like this, by the time I've come all the way up, I'm already dead. And that is the difference. So you do just want to run around the map, hit your eye line where you think people might be. As we come around the corner here, the steps, I'm ready for this fight. If I come around the corner again like this, I'm already dead. This next exercise is going to teach you how to kill multiple enemies quickly, so you can flick or snap onto them, especially if they're in a hard point. So first of all, you need to go to a private game and set up hard point. Put all the bots on the other team, which has to be the bottom team, otherwise you can only have 5. And then make sure you change your team so you're on the opposite team, otherwise it won't work. Once you're in the game, you'll notice that the bots literally just walk towards the hard point. They stand around it, they're only there to capture it. This is going to allow you to sort of pick lanes. You can stand in windows, you can be close, you can be far, and just practice snapping onto each enemy as quickly as you can. Like you would in a hard point in a ranked game or anything like that, you're going to need to take out multiple enemies, and this is a great training exercise for it. This last exercise is about making the private games as match realistic as possible, but having the benefit of no RPGs, no stupid stuff, no constant grenades. So go into a game like Shipment, do what we did before, but this time instead of making it to hard point, change it to team deathmatch. Then what you can do is try and take out the bots and try and move as quick as you can. So you have to shoot a couple, move, shoot a couple, move, otherwise they gang up on you. So it's a great way of adding your aim and your movement all in one. You can also change the map if you want to practice longer range gunfights. They're going to come from different angles, so you can practice moving there. It's just a great way of making it match realistic without having the stresses of a normal game. Last thing I want to quickly add is don't be afraid to play with the settings. Add a higher score limit so it goes on for longer. Change their health to 130 to make it harder for you. You have to hit your shots for longer. You can come across, you can add the mini map always on, and this is going to allow you to keep looking up in that top left corner and just practice that. You've also got the option to add in more mags, so you don't have to kill yourself to give yourself ammo again. And you can also put headshots only on, which is obviously going to make things a lot harder. This last section, we're going to talk about public lobbies, which everyone loves. It's way more enjoyable, but you need to focus on the fundamentals. Don't worry if you die a few more times because you're focusing on your rotational aim assist or your centering. This is going to help you far more in the long run. For your short range, you're going to jump into Shipment and you're going to just run at people. Don't hide behind the boxes, don't go near the containers, just run down that middle and practice them little flicks, them close fights. That is the only way you're going to improve. If you're going to worry about your KD, it's never going to help you to improve. The same thing goes for your long range fights. If you want to practice these, then I'd highly recommend Invasion. Here you can set up where you want, windows, rooftops, and just practice them long range fights. Take on the snipers, take on multiple bots at range. You can set it up how you like, and this is far more effective than sitting in a 6v6 and waiting for people to come around the corner, especially if it's a very slow lobby. Thank you guys for watching. If you found any of this helpful, then don't forget to hit a like. If you want to see more guides, then make sure to smash that sub button, and I'll see you in the next one.